Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome to episode 25 of Civilization 5 as Babylon. I must admit, didn't expect I'd get this far, especially how things started off in the first maybe 10-15 videos, but I think things are going relatively well. Still trying to grab Rome here. I'm obviously not at war with Rome myself, I'm just waiting for Hiawatha to do most of the work, hopefully. If Hiawatha can kill a lot of Rome's units off and give me the opportunity to do a lot of damage to it and then run in and nab it with something, then that's what I'll do, but there's no guarantee it's going to work. I'm still trying to mainly concentrate on getting a scientific victory. I'm also working on the Manhattan project. If we can build one nuke and just have it sitting around somewhere before nuclear non-proliferation is enacted, at least that would mean that it would probably dissuade Shaka from attacking me a little bit. Not necessarily. You want to go to war with Shaka. I thought you were already at war with Shaka. Well, you fight him. Oh yeah, I remember, they peaced out. Well, you fight Shaka and then I don't have to deal with him. Shaka is actually second on the scoreboard at the moment. I don't know why. Probably just because of the amount of population he's got, but we should be fine. Look how much money Hiawatha has. It's like 27 grand. We have ourselves a great scientist. Okay, things are good. Things are very, very good. So you have finished the research lab, which we are going to lock and sort out very, very shortly. But let's go ahead and work on a market, because we are struggling a little bit with cash right now. You want to work the research lab and the public school. It's going to be like a bajillion and 20 turns until you grow. Let's stop working some of these production-only tiles and work some of the food tiles. Slows down the market by 1 turn, but that's not terrible. You are still working a lot of production-heavy tiles there. 1 food, 3 production. I think the tiles you're working there seem fine. It's not the greatest city, but that's okay. We're going to have a great musician as well, which is kind of pointless. So let's go ahead and do this. Do we have something queued up? Yes, we've got advanced ballistics. What do we want after that? We probably want to go in and try and get ourselves nanotech, because then we can get XCOM squads, which will be really, really strong as well. We do have a lot of science to fill. In fact, I might want to veto that because we want particle physics as well. Either way is going to be difficult. Medical labs could be good. And also getting recycling centres could be good. So maybe we don't want to go for... So satellites we're on, into advanced ballistics, then into particle physics. And then it's probably going to be into nanotechnology in no particular order at the moment. We've still got a lot of tech that we need to get through. So what we want to do is grab our great scientist. We're going to just pop him straight the way. Not quite 10,000 science, but it's enough to get satellites. And 3/4 of the way through advanced... That's 3/4. A third of the way through advanced ballistics. We found the Great Barrier Reef, so that gives us some happiness. You find it twice because it's a 2-tile wonder. Sriprada, there's more happiness. Wow, that is a really weird map. Look at the shape of it. England have got a really strange map up here. England had quite an isolated start. And of course, even though this is technically a Pangaea, there's only 1 tile connecting the Celts to the rest of the mainland. They could have so easily just put a city there if they were quick enough and had well, even here, had a canal city to move between there. That would have been quite useful. And even England, the little bit of land that they're on is quite narrow. England got a pretty crap start. No wonder that they were so bad in this game. And look at this. Hiawatha's got a couple of cities up here. It looks like he's even got some out here. He's colonised every little island where he can. He's built one right next to Sriprada. I didn't see where the Great Barrier Reef was. That's over here. It's actually the Celts that have that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow. The AI has actually settled a city within workable range of both of the tiles. Someone call for Axis. The game is bugged. We've got ourselves another spy, who I am going to just move to a random city-state at this point, because it really doesn't seem to matter all that much. Okay, so we've got this mobile rocket artillery, which we want to try and get on this tile, and this tile, and this tile, which is going to be an absolute pain. We still need more money for the other stuff. Unit needing orders. You're just going to stay there until he moves off that tile, in the hope that he does. That should be the last railroad tile that is required. Zoom out a bit, we're in a little bit too far. Now, before I forget... Actually, let's just do that and remove this tile. Before I forget, we want to go into Babylon. We want to queue up the Hubble Space Telescope, which is going to be 63 bajillion turns. Let's just make sure Rome aren't working on it. No, they're just working on research at the moment. Also, quite interestingly, look at Rome. They have all of their guild slots full and their factory, but none of their research. So they're not working on it. So maybe we are ahead enough for this to be fine. So, Hubble Space Telescope first. We want to move this... I mean, it is risky using the engineer straight away, because it's always possible that you won't actually complete it. I mean, we're not going to get anywhere near. We've managed to knock 63 turns off. We will get another great engineer in 10 turns. We might not need to use him. And you can go back into the city now. So I really do hope that we get it. Hopefully we're far enough ahead in tech. If I do manage to get the other great engineer and nobody's got the Hubble telescope, I might just use the great engineer. It will be a little bit of a waste of production. But at least we'll secure it, and it will give us the extra 2 scientists, which is what we really, really need right now. So we just need Hiawatha to be a little bit more aggressive, take a few more of these units out, clear the path for us, start to do some damage to Rome itself. I mean, obviously Rome's just working on research, which means it isn't even producing any units. Rome only has these 3 cities, and they don't have a lot of production, so we should be good. Maria Theresa has completed the Manhattan Project. We'll finish it at some point. It's probably gonna. It's 1891 now. By the time we grab it, it's probably going to be sort of historically accurate around about the time it comes in. City-states doing their thing. Surely there can't be any barbarians left. Research agreement completed with Elizabeth, so that helped a little bit. Not an awful lot. 25 turns until we get our next social policy. It's not a terrible distance away. Right, you can get on that tile, which is where you want to be, because you are now in range of Rome. And then we just need to get 1 on this tile and 1 on that tile. We can't upgrade this one yet either because we don't have the money. Don't really have anything that I can sell to anyone yet. So we'll wait a little bit. On to the next turn then. You just keep fighting Rome. Get rid of that unit so I can go and park my rocket artillery there. Ah, he's moved it. Fantastic. So now I can park my rocket artillery there. Might need to make sure that I've got my other infantry ready so that we can go in with both of them and make sure that they don't get taken out by bombers and artillery and city bombardment and stuff like that. Looks like Hiawatha might have another couple of battleships down there now. It seems to have taken a few shots. So Rome is starting to take some damage. They've put a machine gun there now, annoyingly, which still blocks that unit. I will get there eventually. 3 turns for the musician. Well, 2 turns now for the musician. 8 turns for the engineer. You guys have completed that. So let's get rid of this bit of road, and then you can repair the farm. Then you can come down there and repair that farm. You've got all this crap down here to repair. You feel sorry for you, worker. You're going to have a bit of a busy day. You're just going to sit there. You could do a lot of damage. I wish it would show you how much damage it actually does, but you could actually do quite a lot of damage to Rome. Just need a little bit more space. Half tempting to declare war on Rome now just to nab some of these trade routes, but I don't think we will. Because you can guarantee what the AI usually does is it looks at your units and goes, oh, well, he's not actually that much of a threat. We'll just attack, but we'll attack the player. This EU4 is kind of the same. It's like the AI always seems to target the player, even if the player isn't the biggest threat at the time. Looks like Shaka's moving a few units forward here. Wow, Ragusa's actually taking quite a bit of damage. It's possible that Ragusa might even fall to the Zulu, which would be annoying for me, because that would mean we'd have even more potential stuff to fight from. Ragusa's doing their best down here. They've got Mobile Sam. And Shaka's still using great war infantry. He is behind in tech, but This is just going to be annoying if he declares war on us again. He is friendly. But he will definitely still try and attack us again, because that's what he does. Killed a Roman spy. Arretium has grown. The Celts have finished the Manhattan Project. Where do we want to put you in? 27 turns until growth. 15 turns until growth. We'll put you in there. You're in the right spot. You need to die so he can move in. Still don't have enough gold for you. Choose production here. You finish the market. I think we'll go and actually get the bank. And then we might work on a... I don't even know. Well, we're not desperate for the money. Let's get the amphitheatre first. That extra 1 culture... I mean, we only have 89 culture a turn. So getting a little bit more extra culture will actually help us out quite a bit in terms of getting that next social policy and finishing off rationalism. You are going to... I suppose you're going to come over and repair these tiles. Don't think that one's actually on fire. I think that one is, but we'll do what we can. You've also finished that railroad. So you can get down here and start repairing some of these tiles as well. I can see it's not going to be long before we're back in the position of, wow, what am I going to do with all these workers who have got no tiles left to upgrade? If I actually get another great writer, I'm quite tempted just to pop them for a political treaty just to get the culture boost. Because my tourism output is nothing right now. Still haven't got rid of this unit there. Very annoyed by that. Oh, it's gone. Friendly trade route plundered. Once again, wasn't ours. Now, you're not going to get to move, but this is good, because this has opened up one of the tiles that I want to sit on. Unless Rome shuffles any of their units around. I don't think they can, because I think they've had their turn. And I do mean to look at the tourism, so I will do that in a moment, if I remember. Vilnius election rigged, and I bet we still don't have enough to even attempt a coup. Ragusa desires silver. Ragusa's getting wrecked. Not too sure it matters what they desire right now. I see Ragusa still only have Great War Infantry. They do have a general down here, though. Unfortunately, there's also quite a bit coming from the south. We've got that great musician. Declaration of Friendship has expired with England. I think we can get that re-going. So let's, Declaration of Friendship. Yep, happy to accept. Probably upset Shaka, but never mind. What else are we going to do? Upcoming session. Don't have to worry about that right now. Election rigged. They are friendly with us now. We're actually very, very close to getting Vilnius on side. And they have a lot of aluminium. I don't think I'm going to drop any money on them right now, because I still want to save up and purchase that upgrade to a rocket artillery. But I'm definitely going to keep my eye on that, and we'll keep the spy in there. Is there any chance of a coup? No, 0% chance. But we'll stay rigging that election. We might get that later on. Unit needs orders. You guys are going to repair that. Let's look at tourism. Culture victory. Yeah, look at the Iroquois. 151 tourism. I've got 4. Even the Zulus have got 36. So, yeah. Not great, eh? So, we're 1 turn away from advanced ballistics. That will allow us to build nuclear missiles. We still need the Manhattan Project first. 10 turns away from another great scientist. So we could have a lot of great scientists here. There's a great musician. We might as well just create a great work, because there's nothing really else you can do. So now we have 6 tourism. Whoop-de-doo. Units needing orders. Caravan. Keep going to Graz, I suppose. On to the next turn. And I forgot. Stupid me. Oh, you don't like England anymore. Oh, sorry. But tough titties. I forgot to move that rocket artillery across. I'm just hoping that he doesn't go and block the space again now. I don't think he will. There again. He might. Oh, no one seems to like England anymore. Maybe we'll stop making declarations of friendship with England. It seems to be upsetting a lot of people. It's not terrible right now, and of course they are buying oil, so it does give me a good opportunity to get money out of them. So, you want to go to war with Hiawatha? I'm not obviously going to take you up on that. I'm not even sure why England think it's a good idea. I guess they are neighbours technically, so that's probably why they hate each other. Yeah, nobody seems to like England right now. Maybe getting that declaration of friendship with England was a mistake. A little bit too late now. Can't go back on that. So let's wait for the city-state's turn to be over. We'll get advanced ballistics. Would be nice to start working on the spaceship parts, but we are going to have to wait. You're going to move into that tile there. That's right where I want you. You still can't upgrade yet. We are still short 2 turns worth of gold. And we'll be able to do that. You can actually move down here now. Still no great rush. Rome isn't really taking any damage. So I think we're good in general. That university's almost finished. We should almost certainly still be the tech leader here. I've just got to make sure that when it is time for me to try and get in and grab Rome, that we don't have too many Iroquois units blocking the way. That is what will cause the problem. I mean, the Iroquois do have a few melee units next to the city. The machine guns can't take it. The Lancer can. The anti-aircraft guns can. Now, luckily, Rome still have a few units of their own, so they might be able to thin out the Iroquois a little bit. How are you doing, Ragusa? You're still holding out against the Iroquois. I'm very surprised that they're actually keeping their great general out here driving around and not bringing him into safety. That does seem a little brave. One more turn and we can upgrade that unit. Someone's sitting on the tile anyway. At least I think there was a unit yeah, there's a machine gun sitting on the tile. So can't do anything about that. You can set up. Well, we don't need to set up. You just sit and wait. Hopefully these guys will move in. Yep, freed the tile up. I can't get onto the tile this turn anyway. So the question is, how much damage can the Iroquois do against Rome in the next couple of turns? And can I get a clear shot to get in with one of my units without getting it destroyed? Because the thing is, if I actually declared war now and moved my infantry in, you could guarantee that with all these Iroquois units nearby, he would attack my infantry. Because that just seems to be the way the AI works, which is a shame, because I'll only have one unit that I've got to keep alive to try and nab it. And if I put him on this tile, he's in bombardment range of this city, and there might even be an artillery in there as well. So, ideally, I'd like this tile to be open. We still can't afford to upgrade you. We're out of aluminium? I could have swore that we bought... Oh, because we were already in -1 aluminium, weren't we? Trade. I would like to buy 1 aluminium from you, please. Now, I know we sell it for 67, but I can't remember what the... I assume it's going to be more than that, isn't it? 50, 60... 67, does it work the same both ways? Yeah, it does. Okay, that's fine. So we've got the extra aluminium that we need, which means we can't upgrade on this turn any longer, but that's fine. We'll upgrade on the next turn. And we'll still need to buy more before we can start building spaceship parts. 3 turns for the Great Engineer. We've also got the other problem that if we do manage to declare war on Rome and take Rome, we've then got to hold it until he's willing to declare peace. Which could be problematic. Now again, Rome's not taking any damage yet, so we've still got an opportunity here. Battleship starting to thin out some of the Roman units. This is definitely getting tense. We're getting quite friendly with some of the city-states. We're not actually allied with any of them yet, but friendly's good. So when this turn ends, it should be 2 turns for the engineer and 6 turns for another scientist. We should be able to get a lot of science pop. Ragusa looks like it's about to fall. Can't really help him out there. We've got refrigeration. Gold per turn to Hiawatha has ended. Not even sure what that was for. Oh, it's probably for the research agreement. That's why we just got that science. So let's go ahead and upgrade this before we forget about it. We can't actually move it now, but we can do that on the next turn. Rome hasn't taken any damage, so we're good. You guys go down there and repair that farm. Hopefully just got time to squeeze a couple more turns in. I would absolutely love, before I end this video, to be able to get that great engineer and see if we can finish the Hubble's telescope and get our great scientists and all that good stuff. So I might need to start declaring war soon just so we can move in and be next to Rome. You'd be surprised how quickly Hiawatha will be able to take that down. Yeah, Ragusa has been captured. Unfortunate. I still think I can defend against him, so we'll have to be careful, but I think we'll be alright. Babylon has grown. I need to stop upgrading units as well, because I am going to need to get my money to buy that aluminium again once the deal ends. You're working that tile. You're actually 15 turns off for growth. 11 turns for the Hubble. Then you've got the hospital. Of course, we haven't finished the Apollo program yet either, so we can't start building spaceship parts. We might go afterwards for the stock exchange then, just to get some more money coming in. I feel we are going to need it. Arts funding. Increases the generation of writers, artists and musicians. We don't really want that. We don't really want to ban wine either, but I think we're going to abstain against... I don't really want to annoy him. In fact, we still have a bonus to all of our great scientists, and we're probably going to get 3. But do we want him to get a cultural victory? No. I think we're just going to have to say no on that one. Actually, I'm not going to vote against it at all. I'm just going to vote against banning wine, because I think I'm getting some happiness from wine. No, not even. So, what do I do here? I just don't think we want the arts funding to go through. It might really annoy Hiawatha, but I don't want him to get a cultural victory, and he's a big threat for doing that right now. So, let's see if we can stop that from happening. You're going to repair that. Rocket artillery, you can now move up onto this tile. So we now have our rocket artilleries. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. They're all within 3 tiles of Rome. We can put a lot of bombard on Rome if we need to. We just need to be able to get a unit near enough to Rome to be able to capture it if we can get its health down to 0. And now we do have to be careful, because Hiawatha is bringing in a lot of units, and if he completely surrounds the city, then we're not going to have the opportunity to get a unit next to it. So what I might actually do is run in with my infantry and sit here, try and save a space. It's going to be risky, but we do have some more infantry that we can use. So I'm going to bring this guy forward as well. So you are going to move into this tile. Engineer is going to move up to there. We can't do it on this turn. You're going to get out of the way. Oh, we only bought you on this turn, so we can't move you on this turn. That's a little bit of a shame. Banning the luxury wine passes. Arts funding passes. Bugger it. Didn't really want either of those things to happen. But we are going to go ahead and declare war on Rome right now. He's going to lose a couple of trade routes there, but that's fine. So what I want to try and do is move in here. Hopefully Rome won't target me, but they probably will, because they're like that. We'll go in and get rid of your great musician, and then we'll kind of just sort of move out of range again. Unit needing orders, you can move down to here. Now, I could start bombarding on this turn, but there isn't really an awful lot of point in doing it, because if I do start bombarding on this turn, it's just going to make it easy for Hiawatha to take it, which we don't want to happen. You can just stay there for now. So let's go on to the next turn and see what happens. This will be a slightly longer video, so apologies for that, but I do want to make sure that I do the things that I have in my mind. This is the last video of the week, so, you know, I'll be taking a week's break from the game, and I don't want to forget the sort of things that I was planning on. You guys can just go all the way along and sort that one out, I guess. So, the question is, will Rome just completely ignore all of the Iroquois units and just attack me? I'm almost willing to put money on it. Well, there's Hiawatha losing one of his bombers. But guess what? He's probably got plenty more. Obviously, the anti-air... Well, the Sam's already had his shot. Looks like he's lost another one, but he's got a fair few. So the question is going to be, how much damage is he going to do to it on this turn? Can I get it down to 0 and take it on this turn? And do we risk leaving it for one more turn that Hiawatha might actually be able to grab it? Very much hoping that Hiawatha can weaken a lot of his units. And as you can see, Hiawatha is literally surrounding every tile. And that makes it very... This is the reason why I had to declare war, so I could move in and put that unit there. Otherwise, it just makes it impossible for me to try and take the city. And he's not actually firing at my units yet, which is good. I'm going to move in with this guy just here so that he can grab it if he needs to. He is moving more units in, which is problematic. So, Rome has a lot of health. Do we want to risk one more turn? Or can we take it? That's the question. I don't think I can do enough damage. Yeah, declaration of friendship with Shaka. It'd be nice, but you'd probably still declare war on me anyway. And then Austria would really hate us if we did that. So the question is going to be, how much damage can I do in a single shot with a with a rocket artillery? Not enough to get it down to 0 on this turn. So with that in mind, we're not going to do it. You need to get over there as quickly as you can. You can actually get there in a single turn thanks to the railroad. And we can pop you straight away. Move the Great General back in. So the Hubble Space Telescope will finish on the next turn. You're going to move into here. And you're just going to go on alert. In fact, if you go there and repair that, you can move there and repair that. There we go. Get them started both on the same turn. You're just going to cover. You are just going to cover as well. You guys can kind of move in. We might need to use you to run around and do something. Great General, go to sleep. Okay. Hiawatha's completed the Apollo program. This is where we see what happens. Just leave my units alone. Now, Hiawatha's basically just attacking the city directly. Surely he must have a few more units he can try and do a little bit of damage with. I'm really reluctant to use my units to do any damage to it because I don't want to help him capture it. I need him to do most of the damage and then I just need to go in and sort of finish up, so... Looks like he is losing a plane or two, unfortunately. Why don't you just give me the money straight up? You can afford it. We have a declaration of friendship. There we go. So there'll be a couple of more turns on this video, and then we will be finished. And then If we haven't taken Rome by then, we'll have to conclude our war next week. 14 turns until the world leader vote. Right, we've got the Hubble, as we expected we would. World leader vote. Well, it shows you there, but it's actually this thing, not this thing here. Delegates to win 37, Austria have 22, so we're still fine on that. Still don't think I can do enough damage to get this down to 0. So we do have our 3 great scientists now that we can pop, and we'll pop them both. We get 10,000 science for each one. We're only going to do 1 per turn because there's a bit of a glitch where it won't go beyond the end of the tech that you're on. It's just a little thing that Civ has. You guys can just stay on Fortify mode. You're just going to skip this turn. We'll pop you on the next turn. And we'll see what goes on with Rome. If we can manage to grab Rome, it'll be really powerful. Obviously, there's a... Hiawatha's having to use a few of his units to try and defend against the Romans. Does make me wonder if he still has any of his battleships down here. He's certainly not doing much damage to Rome, if any at all. Rome losing even more units. Yep, we'll do a straight swap there. I'm happy with that. Again, Rome doesn't seem to be losing much health. Am I going to continue to buy spices from you? I suppose so. Let's stay in positive happiness, especially if we do get the opportunity to take Rome. Because when we take Rome, it'll lose half of its population and go down to 12 or 13. So that'll be 12 or 13 unhappiness. We have finished the Apollo program. Buffalo Creek has grown, which is very, very nice. You're automatically working the production tile. Not a bad idea, actually. We'll do that first and get ourselves the... we could be working the science tiles, but we're not going to do that straight away. Let's go ahead and pop that tech. So we're really powering through stuff now. We've completed the Apollo program here. Let's go ahead and start working on a recycling centre, because we need to get aluminium, because we just don't have any. So the reason the recycling centre's there is in case you don't have any aluminium and you have no way of getting any, it still allows you a chance to be able to get the scientific victory. So we'll repair that. You guys can just go on alert, and this will be the final turn. You want a research agreement. Now, it's very, very tempting. Do I really want to give him a boost in tech, though? I don't think I do. I think I'm far enough ahead that I don't need research agreements from everybody. Certainly not from him. And I should be producing probably more science than anybody else at this point. Okay, there's a bit more damage to Rome. There's a bit more damage to Rome. Rome did, however, recover quite a bit of its health. It's just annoying, the turn order, because the Iroquois go first and do some damage, and then Rome gets his go and recovers some health. And if I attack Rome first on my turn, then Hiawatha will get to attack Rome before Rome gets his health recovery, which means that Hiawatha will probably grab Rome, which we don't want to happen. And I know I did say that that was going to be the last turn, but I'm very, very tempted to do just one more, because if he actually attacks now with all of the units that he has next to it, it might actually be just enough to grab it, really. I still don't think that I... Oh. Well, that's a crapper. We actually lost our open borders with Hiawatha. Didn't even see the option to renew that, which was a shame. Will you still give me open borders? He will. Will you give it to me for a reasonable price? Yeah, 1 gold per turn. Okay. That's a little bit of a shame there, because I've now got to put all these units back into position. We can get them back into position. So it's not the end of the world. You can just go on to alert. You got pushed out as well. Don't even know where you were then. How did you get moved out? You can go and sit down there in Buffalo Creek. Go to sleep. You guys can move back to where you were, which was just there. Go on to alert mode. Caravan, you were going to Onondaga. You might as well carry on with that. And that's all I can do there. And as much as I would love to carry on and resolve this, I think I'm going to have to end it because we're at like 35 minutes and that's way, way too long for a video. And who knows, it might take another 5 turns for Rome to fall. But certainly when we come back next time around, we will do our very, very best to see if we can get Rome. Another 12 turns, we will have a great scientist. We're still ahead in tech and we're actually pulling away from the average. So we're definitely doing well there. And we might still be able to salvage this. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you were still enjoying Civilization 5 as Babylon. And I'll see you on the next video. Until then, goodbye for now.